Maybe.
Hi.
Oh, hey, Sarah Me. How's it going? I'm excited you're here.
Oh my gosh, Sarah Me, I cannot wait to watch your So Live about muslins.
Yeah. We had our sewing day was it just last week?
Yeah, last Wednesday.
Last Wednesday. And I've definitely come to the realization that I need to make muslins because I'm not happy with how a lot of clothes are coming out.
And I think it would be helpful just to understand for somebody who has sewn a lot of the exact same thing, to understand how different construction, just like what it means by like pants rise and bust starts and all that stuff and how they kind of
where to make some adjustments.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That'd be helpful.
We would love that, honestly.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to watch the one you're having.
Yeah.
Or the one you've done.
I just want to pause for a minute, say that we're in my house with children and a dog. So no thanks.
And that is the soothing sound of M&Ms being rattled in a bowl by, here, stick your face in, by this one.
Scram, go somewhere else. For that bowl. Yeah. And she's a big YouTube watcher, so yeah. Oh my God.
So it might be a little, it's summertime. And I feel like summertime with kids and families that don't have full-time childcare is always a little.
I just found a dog on the couch.
Ooh, she just found a dog on the couch. Get off my lawn. Exactly.
And on the edge.
Okay, go upstairs. Go.
She wants to be.
Yeah. Exactly, Sarah Me. We also don't have our sheets.
We don't have our
signs.
sheets. Yeah.
So we're a little rusty.
We're a little rusty, and it's just been a couple of weeks.
So,
or a month or a summer.
It's been a summer.
Yeah, it's been a summer so far. So, but we're happy to be here.
I'm gonna try not to make Shannon cry.
Not too many times.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've already cried a couple times today, so maybe it's all gone.
Yeah. Same. Yeah. So Shan.
So Laura.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, let's talk about one of the super awesome things we've done this summer that have nothing to do with crafting. We went and saw Lizzo.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. We went 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
The 18th of July, we went and saw the Lizzo concert at Edgefield, which is an outdoor, it's like this, I don't know, it's this weird thing that we have this company called McMenamins does here in Oregon. They buy up old buildings and old schools and old places, and they make them into like brewery, winery, event venues, hotels.
Yeah.
So we went to one called Edgefield, which used to be a poor farm back in the day. A farm where during the Depression, people who were houseless and were unemployed would be sent to live and work for the government.
Wow. Yeah. And do you think they're mostly white people?
I have no clue around these parts.
Yeah.
Like here, I feel like it was during the Depression, but I'm not sure.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I need to read about this.
You spelled it correctly, Sarah. So McMenamins, this McMenamins is called Edgefield, and it's east of where we live, in the toward the gorge. Yeah. And it's
just a big grassy lawn. It
Yeah,
was really fun. It was our first
awesome.
time. So we were both nervous Nelly folks.
We got there super duper early.
We did a great job.
We did.
We did a really good job.
Yeah.
And everybody, I asked Facebook, and everybody gave us really good advice and tips of how to do it. And it made it, as somebody who does not like trying new things, it made it way more doable and enjoyable. And next time I feel confident about how to do it.
Yeah, it was super. And Laura Jean got 2 of those low rise backpack folding chairs.
Yeah.
So we had peach colored backpack folding chairs.
Yeah. It was a great show.
It was so much fun. And it was it was like therapy. She's amazing.
Yeah.
If you don't know Lizzo, check her out because, oh my gosh, she is just like the best.
Yeah. I don't know if we saw, so it was in somebody, Transitory Stories, I think, but I've seen it a few places about this woman saying, RuPaul has been telling us for years, if you can't love yourself, you can't love somebody else.
Yeah.
And then Lizzo's like, if you can love me, you can love yourself.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh my God, yes.
So good. So good.
Yeah. Yeah. That was real fun.
It was real fun. It was real fun.
Oh, I got some knitting done too on the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
At the concert. Yeah. Because we were there for like half the day.
Yeah. We got a lot of, I think I finished a sock for Astrid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Worked on another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
haven't knitted in a week.
Yeah.
But
Now
sick. I've been sick.
Yeah. I've been knit for a few days too.
Yeah. Gotta get back to it.
What's our rising tide?
So what we were gonna concentrate on right now. Hey Dawn, so glad you're here.
Hey, how are you? How's your break when you're like, it's new moon, deuce? I was like, yes. So I hope it was good for you because it was been a bumpy. It's fine, Sarah. You're welcome here.
Yeah, I feel like summer's not all it's cracked up to be.
Oh, no. I realized this last summer that summer was really hard for me because it's unstructured.
Yeah.
And my oldest kiddo is always saying, what are we doing tomorrow? And I'm like, dude.
Yeah, nothing.
And I get it, but I am also like,
That's why we got one of those inflatable pools that's like a decent size and lucked into a really inexpensive trampoline this year because I have my kids. Yeah. I have my kids and Stefan and I both work from home and his job is the one that actually like pays the mortgage and groceries and all that stuff. So I try to give him as much, time to actually work as possible. So in normal summer, I like to sit outside and just let the kids play. So we set up our backyard. So it's something that they actually want to be in.
Yeah.
So they're not asking so much of course they're still asking because they're small children. And
yes, can we have a play date on Tuesday?
Yeah, I think I gotta see when we leave. I think we leave on Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah. We had Sun School, a free summer program that's like half day and it's been great. Like I'll go out and work for a couple hours and come home, but now we're back to I can't go to work until Eric gets home.
Right.
So, just rolling with it.
Yeah.
Counting down the days.
Yeah. Just trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe before rising tide, we should talk about I don't think it really matters. Never mind. I was going to say what's on our needles, but that goes into, let's get into it.
Yeah. Yeah. So what we were going to do, partly because it's summer and partly because we've got this trip planned for the fall, but we were going to just talk about local yarn shops and how important they are, as like kind of the backbone of our industry. Francis is trying so hard to get in there. You want them to say hi?
You can say hi again.
Hi. I found a penny for my house.
She found a penny.
Okay. Thank you.
Just as we all know, being able to go swish yarn, touch yarn, talk with people, do classes is super important to the industry and to keeping the industry going. Hi, Jennifer. And part of the trip that we're taking this fall is going to be visiting a couple local yarn shops in the New York area.
We're going to go to Yarnia.
The flowers?
Oh. Yeah, just some flowers. Or was it Francis?
It was a monster kid.
Yeah. So we're going to go to, next to the flowers. Oh, that picture of Francis?
This thing right here?
The chair. So we're going to be at Yarnia in New Jersey. And
oh my God, the chair. It looks kind of weird. It does.
That's going to be Wednesday night before Rhinebeck. Yeah. And then Woolen in Brooklyn is going to be Thursday night. And then Friday we'll drive up to Rhinebeck. And we're just hanging out at Rhinebeck. I don't have a booth or anything like that.
Yeah, we're just experiencing it.
Yes. And then flying out of Newark on Monday. So, it's going to be a good time.
It's going to be super fun.
Yeah.
We're super excited about it.
I've never been to New York, or New Jersey for that matter. So super excited, terrified to check those off the box.
Yeah.
But the shops that we're going to.
It's a real small city, so it'll be
fine.
easy.
It'll be fine. But the shops that we're going to hang out with, I don't think we've done a show since TNA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So at TNA, turn this a little bit.
Yeah.
We had a great time chatting with shops and growing that part of the community of my business, and arranging trunk shows for us to go travel to, ShannaJean Show, and just hearing what's happening in those communities and, like that Instagram conversation and moving it to in person and how that's happening. And so we're super excited to hang out with Yarnia and Rachel at Woolen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we had Socks on Vacay this summer, still going strong. We have 5 weeks of summer left.
Golly gee.
Yeah. And a ton of shops did awesome with the Parks Club this summer. So that was another, that's one more way that Knitted Wit and Shannon's pattern, the sock thing, just trying to support shops and get folks to go into the shops. Because buying online is easy. It's easy to do online, and I'm glad that there is that options for folks that don't have access.
Yeah.
But supporting
ability to make it to shops.
But having those in-person connections and face-to-face conversations, we want that to be around.
Yeah. I want to foster the the support of the wholesale side of both of our businesses.
Yeah. Our suitcase will be full of fabric, or actually, it might be empty on the way there, so we can fill it with fabric. So we need to go fabric shopping in New York.
Yeah. We decided we were going to try to go see Hamilton in New York, and the tickets were just so exorbitantly expensive. We thought, okay,
we can fly to California and take our families to Hamilton.
Exactly.
In San Francisco.
And then we can buy some really awesome fabrics in New York. Yeah.
What's on your needle, Shan?
Well, so I don't know, you all might not know this, but I woke up, or I went to bed on Wednesday night feeling really dizzy last Wednesday, a week ago Wednesday. Woke up and I had the worst, I've never had vertigo, and I had vertigo so bad. I was bedridden for 2 days. And I had to go to the ER, and I've never been that sick in my life, and I'm still kind of getting over it. So I haven't knitted since Wednesday night. I knitted a few rows with Stefan, and I watched Stranger Things.
I haven't seen it.
And that was a week ago. You would hate it. It's super scary.
Yeah.
So anyway, so what's on my needles is a bunch of socks. And I do have
What's
one.
That?
This is this was a potential prototype for the club.
Oh, hey.
So it's just a 2-color shawl, and I'm just playing around with it.
What colors are those?
They are Magical Me
Oh, okay.
and Lavender Menace.
Oh,
yeah. It's just I just got stuff from my
digging
deep for my stash, and Lavender Menace was one of the Herstory colors 2 years ago.
2017.
Yeah. In honor of the Lavender Menace in the 60s.
Yeah.
And
I think it was 60s.
Yeah.
It was when all the, wait for it, white women
true.
did not want, feminists did not want gay women to be a part of the scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they called them the Lavender Menace.
Yes.
So good times.
I'd be a Lavender Menace. And then socks. Lots of socks. Socks for Stefan.
Ooh, those are good ones.
Oh
my gosh.
This is Grand Canyon.
I love how Grand Canyon pools. I'm sorry about the lighting.
So pretty.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So,
and then more socks, I think. Oh, I was doing a couple, where is my zipper? I was doing a couple scrap socks like I did last year.
Those are so fun.
And so this one isn't that so much fun? So I had a little bit of Eliza Frunk left. And so I used Amazonite, and then I think that's Astonishment.
Yeah.
And then Eliza Frank, and then the whole Glow Up Rainbow.
Oh my God, that is unreal.
I know. It's going to be wild.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Just playing around while I was watching Stranger Things. So, where to go? Can we have the chiropractic care? Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's what Eric had happen, and it worked for him. But his was super short-lived.
Yeah, I did a bunch. Like I spent the whole first day doing a bunch of the exercises that were recommended to try to get those crystals knocked out my head, but nothing helped, and I just threw up a lot. So I went to the ER, and interesting, they couldn't, because I was a little dehydrated. They couldn't. I have like all these bruises on my arms, but they couldn't find a vein. So this woman came in. She had a Slytherin pin on her like badge, you know, and she was a nurse, and she was like, so I hope you don't, we're just going to try this. I am kind of really good at getting the boob vein. So how would you feel about me getting the upper boob vein? And I was like, whatever it takes, just do it. So I don't know if you can see this. I have a huge bruise right on my upper boob, but it was unpainful and it was perfect.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yikes.
Oh my gosh. Real quick about Stranger Things, Dawn. So Stefan and I were trying to get through it. He had to go out of town last week on Saturday. So we're trying to get through the whole thing. And Friday I was feeling well enough to like lay on the couch and watch TV. And so we were watching, we had 2 episodes left to watch. And my friend had my girls, she took them to this beach near us. So we were like 40 minutes from being at the end of the last episode of Stranger Things. And my friend texted and said, hey, I'll be at my house in 20 minutes. And so Stefan had to leave. So we have 20 minutes left of the last episode of Stranger Things.
What?
And he left for like a week.
Oh my gosh.
So we are like through the whole thing except 20 minutes.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
So last week we went to the beach, and I was debating about, what to take, what to do. So I took my ShannaJean shawl, my Cuyahoga sock, and then a project just in case. Left my color that I needed to work on my ShannaJean shawl at home. It's because I moved projects from bag to bag. And then I forgot that my needle was broken on my Cuyahoga sock. Couldn't knit that. So good thing I had caked up on the drive out there. And I cast on, and it's just a project from 4 years ago, that rainbow scarf from RCYC, a yarn crawl. It's just a rainbow gradient scarf with clouds on the end.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's 28 stitches knitting.
Yeah.
So
just stocking that, or garter.
Yeah. So that's all I had for the beach. And this is why you pack so many dang projects.
Hilarious.
And what's super frustrating, what was terrible was that I was like, I'm going to have the time and space to get through this I think it was my last bottle section.
You were almost done. Yeah.
And so I'm really bummed that because I've sort of been in the mindset of I want to finish projects before casting on.
Yeah.
Like I don't have the desire to cast on until I'm actually done with the project. Maturing. I don't know. Maturing. But since we're going to Rhinebeck, I felt the pressure to cast on a sweater. And yesterday was Lammas, one of the holidays in the pagan calendar. So I thought that was a good day. The first of the month, like I thought it all felt like the right thing to do. Yesterday I felt terrible with the headache. So I was like, the very least I can do is just cast on. And thankfully I managed that. Also eating, super important. So I just have a few more rows on my rib, and then I'll start doing the increases. But what I'm going to do is use all of our colors from Witch in a Box. So this is in bulk, which is Groundhog's Day, February 2nd. And if you've been seeing our colors for it, it starts out with this, and then we slowly add some flowers in, and then it's all flowers, and then we're starting to add some fall leaves in, and then it'll be all fall leaves at the end. And it's this is definitely a heart project, and it feels really good, and it fills my bucket. So I'm super excited to be making something with it. And then
Are you going to use full skeins of all of that? Like, or are you going to be using
No.
minis or just partials?
I found all the skeins we had, and then I was like, wait, in the dry room is our test pans. So I went into the dry room and replaced as many full skeins as I could, because I don't feel like I can use full skeins. Like, that should be for a customer. So I was able to switch out. And the sweater I'm doing is Not So Little Nugget, I think, because she did Mina Phillip did, it's Knitting Expat on Instagram. I think it was a kid sweater, then she did the adult version.
Oh, nice.
So I'm doing the adult version, and I'm not sure how long I'm going to make it yet, because I really like things cropped for a number of reasons.
Yeah.
I am a little nervous about a fingering weight sweater for Rhinebeck, but so what I'm probably going to do is just look at the schematic and see how long I'm going to make it, and then divide that. I'm thinking maybe 4 inches per color right now.
Nice.
So,
and just blocks of color.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's all she has is blocks. Like, it's not faded. And honestly, I don't really have the brain space for fading anything. So, it's just not.
I feel like with the way the colors play out, it's going to even look faded. It's not going to be like, psh, psh, psh,
yeah. I don't, and like hers is super, like, almost rainbow blocked. So,
nice.
Really excited to dig in. So
that'll be fun. And it's a top-down raglan.
Yeah. I mean, what else is there?
Yeah.
For my brain.
Right. Easy breezy.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's going to be cute.
Yeah, I'm excited. But in my pursuit of finding this sweater, I found 5 other ones I want to make. But none of them were really a good fit for variegated. So, and I next time I'll have the names written down so I can tell you about them. But there's some really amazing designs. I was using the search list that criminy names are hard.
I know.
Black Squirrel Yarn Shop owner, what's her name? Chase, I think is her name. I've met her. She's real nice. She had a list that she generated of BIPOC designers in Ravelry that Jeanette Sloan had as a database on her website. And Knitmore Girls and Lady Di Works, they all had that link. So I used that link and then, preference down to, I tried DK and that just wasn't working. So fingering, raglan. Yeah.
It's going to be so cute.
Bless Ravelry.
Right? It's going to be so stinking cute.
Yeah. So let's get into it. Not that we haven't been into it yet.
Well, and so real quick, briefcase-wise, just a quick, let's just quickly talk about the fact that you already mentioned it, that Socks on Vacay is still going strong. So you can still make socks using my patterns, her yarn. Hashtag Socks on Vacay 2019. And all the yarn shops that participated in the Parks Club have all the colors now. I am still releasing them one at a time on Etsy. Grand Teton was this week. Open Studio is next week on Saturday 1 to 4, 19959 East Burnside. We're gonna have root beer floats, and 10% of sales is being donated to races. Races. Right. Races. However you say that. RAICES Texas. Yeah, we're big on that cause, and probably Etsy sales too. I feel better if I'm giving my money away, if I'm gonna be honest. Yeah. So that's coming up. We're also, get this on your calendar, November 2nd. We're gonna do so last year we did Yarn Prom, and this year, because we're going to Rhinebeck, we're not doing Rhinebeck. So this year we're going to have a Halloween Harry Potter party on November 2nd, wear costumes, we'll have a keg and another drink, and we're going to do pub quiz. I think we need to think of a really funny drink. Yeah, we'll come up with a drink. And doors open at 6, pub quiz is at 7. It's going to be a blast. Yes, I can make that happen. Yes, Sarah,
Yes, I did. All our Harry Potter colors are in the Etsy shop. It's going to be amazing. And our second bathroom, we call it the Moaning Myrtle bathroom. So, we're going to do it right. Or we're not right, but a lot of fun. And we'll do...
not right, but a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, we had our picture posing place last time for prom. We'll do something super awesome for that too. An office between now and then, but I just want folks to get that on the calendar because it's going to be a blast. Yeah. And my employees are mega Harry Potter fans and have, so pub quiz is going to be a good time. We'll have to do like teams and prizes, I suppose.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out how to do that, how that works.
Yeah. So, yes, the girls' lavatory. I think that's mainly what's in our briefcases.
Yeah. We've got other things that we're cooking up that we'll be talking about down the road. We've got the Witchy collaboration. We've got ShannaJean. We've got a bunch of things that we're still, working on. So we'll talk about them for sure. But the main thing we were going to get into today was, I feel like we talked about something at Lizzo that we could talk about too.
Yeah. So while we were waiting for food, I said, because we had already planned on talking about like folks knitting things for events, like the Rhinebeck sweater, or in my brain, I started thinking about, because Aja Barber talked about haul videos and how that's just kind of gratuitous consumerism.
Videos of the things that you've purchased.
Yeah. And so I was telling Shannon, like, I want to go to Rhinebeck and bring back memories. Like, I'm not necessarily there to like buy all the things. And then I want to talk about this in our video of how do we, as somebody who owns a business and I want people to buy from me, right? Yeah. I do want people to consume my goods. I want them to use my goods more importantly than just consume them. Yeah. But how do we find that balance of consumerism and capitalism and all that? And and I don't feel like I see a ton of haul videos or anything like that as much maybe in the yarn world.
Like I feel like right after events, you definitely do.
Yeah.
Especially the big events. That's like,
I was telling Shannon all my like feelings about this. And then she said, and after she said this, I was like, pause, we have to save this for the video. Why aren't we recording this right now? Okay. So you say it.
So I said, I think there's something to be said for, I wish I could remember what I said because my brain is really slow, but, just that there is also something to be said for purchasing things and building memories out of the things you purchase too. And it makes you feel good. And we do the same thing when we are excited about a new sewing pattern or about sewing where we, you do retail therapy. It's a thing, and there's nothing wrong with doing that as long as it's not harming, your like family's bottom line or whatever, right?
Sorry, did you hear the toilet flushing?
Nobody didn't close the door. Yeah. And just that, that before, I think a good thing to keep in mind just in general, like before you judge another person, and not that you were being judgy, but before you judge another person's, like what they're doing, just think about, I do the same thing just in a slightly different way. And that when,
and not judging somebody else's joy.
No, not judging the joy, but judging the choices.
Right. But like, but in my judging somebody, I'm not allowing them to live out their joy. Right. And it was just it was a good reminder because I don't know about y'all, but I just get in my lane and think this is the only way. And then, oh my gosh, there's this whole thing over here I never even noticed or saw or perspective.
Yeah. And we're thinking about really how another thing that years ago, a friend of mine had a boyfriend that was really into Magic the Gathering.
Is it a card game or video game?
It's a card game. It's like an RPG, like a role-playing card game.
Like Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. And I was kind of like laughing at him a little bit. And then I said, you know what? I have no right to laugh at this dude because what we do is just as, this whole like being obsessed about knitting and stitches and yarn and events and stuff is just as like dorky or weird to somebody else who's outside of it.
Yeah.
we all have our things that fill us up, that fill our buckets and that make us feel good. And sometimes it really is being able to go to a Rhinebeck and stand in line for that one skein of yarn.
Yeah.
Or to make the sweater that everyone's making, because it makes you feel a part of the community, and and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I agree, Sarah.
What'd she say?
Sarah was a big gamer.
Yeah. Right, exactly. Yeah, I'm sure you're super judged for it.
And so how much are we missing of each other by not sharing our full selves?
Mm-hmm.
And so not only am I not getting my bucket filled because I don't have somebody to share myself with, but she's missing out because she doesn't get to know that part of me, right?
Yeah. So although we probably will not, do a lot of shopping at Rhinebeck, we are definitely going to be doing some fabric shopping in New York. So, we'll be at Rhinebeck mostly to try those donuts that everybody's talking about, and just to be there and to be and honestly to be in that part of the country in the fall again, which I grew up in Ohio and Cleveland, and it's beautiful in the fall back there. Not that it's not here, but and to see people and to be able to connect with people.
Yeah. So if you're gonna go, we want to say hi to you. For sure. And what you see here is what you get in person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes. Eating and hugging people. That's basically why I travel.
You want to eat, folks? We should stay away from Dawn.
I want to go back to String Theory in Glen Ellen, Illinois, because I want to go to the bakery up the street. Or we want to go back to Columbus because we like the food there.
There's a lot going on. Oh, I think Eli walked out.
Third kid's home. So, good times.
He's like, Mom, let me in.
It was just the garage door.
She's like, nope, not until the show's over.
Nope. Yeah.
She threw a couple grapes out the window. Here, honey. And then just real quickly, we're running out of time, but the the phenomenon also of the Rhinebeck sweater and people making something specifically to be wearing to show their knitting, their knitting happiness and love, and how it's turned into something where there are hundreds of people with the same sweater. Yeah. So you see these pictures of hundreds of people with the same sweater on. Yeah. Which is a really interesting phenomenon in our industry. Yeah.
And see, so that happened at TNA. Folks were counting how many soldona. I can't say that word anymore.
Soldotna.
Yeah, soldotna. See, I can sometimes say it. Yes, I agree.
Yes, Jennifer, our hobbies are give us joy.
Yeah. And you got to find joy where you can.
Exactly. Because like you said, life can be really hard.
Yeah, so all the soldotnas at today, and seeing everybody's color choices and how they fit on different bodies, it is really fun to see all that. It'll be. I wonder what the Rhinebeck sweater will be this year. What, and when do folks start knitting them? Because I feel like I'm almost late to the game on starting one. Are you just gonna knit a Rhinebeck shawl?
Probably not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. We're almost done, honey. Knitters Comic-Con, true story. Yeah. And hobbies are a privilege, and we're so fortunate that we are able to spend time. On this. Yeah. On this hobby.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
At the Knitters Comic-Con. Because beyond that, beyond Rhinebeck, there's the Stitches shows. I guess the BK Live. Mm-hmm. P.S. We're gonna be there, New York City. Yes. We're gonna be there
twice in I can't do math so well, but maybe 3 months.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah. yeah, so I wonder what folks are going to be wearing this fall. Yeah. Tina Say has a sweater pattern coming out that I'm dying to make because it kind of looks like a little rack.
Yeah, it's so cute.
But it wasn't going to work for the yarn thing I wanted to do. So
yes, Jennifer, true story. Francis did prove that point. I'm willing to bet that it's going to either be a Boylan Knitwork sweater.
Does she have a new one?
Or
unfollow her.
Or even one of the ones she already has, you know, because so many people are making them. Or
yeah, she just had that one. She just
the books one.
Yeah, which looks really fun.
Looks super fun.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what we've got.
That's what we got.
That's what we've got. Yeah.
I don't have my calendar. So September, are the kids in school?
I know, right?
Next show.
We'll see. Let's see. September. Yes, I think so. Yeah. So the first Friday in September is the 6th.
Yeah.
So that'll be, I don't know where my pen is, but here it is. That'll be the next one, and we'll schedule them. So if you want, you can like sign up to be like waiting for them.
You'll get a ding or something.
Yeah. So I don't know how that happens exactly at all.
But we're working on a logo with Kimberly.
Yes.
I wonder where Kimberly is. I hope she's feeling okay.
She had a big,
a couple weeks. She was sick yesterday. So maybe with our logo, we'll actually make signs of like rising tidosity and
and maybe we'll figure out how to do them electronically, so we're not holding signs. Or maybe we'll just cut and paste.
But it's live. How do you do that?
I don't know.
Sarah me might know. Yeah. But I think we'll also try. Maybe we'll like make a space in the basement so there's better lighting. Shannon couldn't handle the stairs today, so
I'm still dizzy, man.
Yeah, it was too much. So, I didn't want to catch her.
Yeah, exactly. Redonkadonk.
Yeah. So thanks for hanging out with us. It was super
great
great chatting with y'all. And if you're going to be at any of the events that we talked about, please say hi.
Yes.
And come find us because we like to hug.
We like to hug and high five and whatever you feel comfortable with.
That's true.
A formal shake, a formal handshake. We can handle that. Maybe.
A firm handshake.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us for our babble.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll see y'all soon.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.